Today on the Sunday Stupid, Carl Froch says something stupid.
The curve is 8 inches per mile squared.
Today on the Sunday Stupid, Carl Froch says something stupid.
If you try and prove that the Earth is a globe and prove that it's spherical by shape, you basically fail.
And lastly on the Sunday Stupid, Carl Froch says something stupid.
We've never been high enough to see the curvature of the Earth.
Yes, how do, dearest viewer, and welcome back to my little corner of the YouTubies and another edition of the Sunday Stupid. Now, as we've seen, today's gobshite is punching pugilist Carl Froch, who thinks that the Earth is flat, but I'm not convinced. He is on a podcast with Michelle Joy Phelps, who, if you don't know, is a boxing reporter. And I'm not convinced. I'm not convinced at all in the slightest. I think he's on a wind-up mission, this lad. But we're going to have a look anyway at this at this particular podcast and see what Mr. Carl Froch has got to say for himself. So, Mr. Froch, the floor is all yours.
Even spherical, it could be flat for all we know. We've never been high enough to see the curvature of the Earth.
Yes, we have. Yes, we have. You can see it from a plane. Even James May himself, one of my favourite people in the entire world, he has been high enough to see the curvature of the Earth in a BBC programme. So, Carl, you're stupid.
I've got this thing with my brother at the minute, my older brother, who is a flat earther, who is a big fan of that Mark Sargent. I don't know if you know who he is. Mark Sargent's like the leader of the Flat Earth Society.
Yeah, debunked Mark Sargent a few times in a few videos of mine. If you go into the description below, after you've seen this video, of course, you will see a few videos that I've done about Mark Sargent and a few other flat earth idiots as well. So, Carl, you're stupid. And Mark Sargent, you're stupid too.
We've had him on our British television on GMTV. Philip Schofield was trying to denounce him and tried to ruin him, but he was too clever. He's come across really, really well.
No, Mark Sargent came across exactly as what he is, which is a lying con man. And it wasn't breakfast television, it was this morning. So, Carl, you're stupid.
And if you try and prove that the Earth is a globe and prove that it's spherical by shape, you basically fail. I've failed for like 18 months trying to prove to my brother that the Earth is not flat, so I've given up now.
Well, fair play to you then. I'll take it all back. You're not stupid. It's your brother who's stupid.
So I'm not a flat earther. I don't think the Earth's flat. But I also don't think the Earth's round. I don't think it's a globe. I'm like on the fence.
Well, I give it all back to you, sir. You are stupid. You're on the fence? Really? Give me strength. Oh.
Until I go high enough to see it and see the curve of the Earth, I don't know where the hell we are and what we're on. For all we know, it is flat. For all we know, there's a firmament dome that separates the waters, like it says in the Bible.
Well, I hope you don't go too high, because you might crash into the firmament. This non-existent firmament.
But all these images from NASA, all these CGI images, fake space images that they've got, I ain't buying any of that. And that space station as well, it looks dodgy to me. They're hanging up on harnesses making out they're floating. Don't look right.
No, I'm not buying it now. No, 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 no. He's on a wind-up. This guy is on a wind-up. No, he's got the Flat Earth handbook, right, and he's reading it word for word. He's almost laughing when he's saying it. He's almost smiling when he's saying these things. I mean, if you disagree with me, pop it in the comments below, and I'll read and I'll answer everyone. But, nah, he's on a wind-up mission.
But I definitely think we're not being told the full truth. There's no doubt about that.
When did the government ever tell us the truth?
Never.
When did they ever tell us the truth? Look at all the conspiracies. I mean, we could go on forever. We could go into 9/11. We could go into the illegal war in Iraq. You know what I mean?
Is she in on this as well? Have they concocted something and then gone on and then, I don't know. Oh, I don't know now. Oh, because when I was looking for flat Earth videos, right, this one popped up, and I thought, right, I've not seen this one before. Excited, watched it through once. Wasn't convinced that he's a flat earther, and now I'm even less convinced. And now I'm thinking she's in on it, and this is all just a big wind up. Anyway, do continue.
I just think that when it comes to, I'm really fascinated because I'm open-minded. I'm not somebody who's asking a question and is going to be closed-minded about it and not take into consideration the facts that you could possibly bring to the table. I'm definitely not that person. So,
well, for God's sake, she sounds as stupid as he does.
Let's challenge all your listeners. I'm going to do this on my podcast at some stage. I'm going to challenge my listeners to just tell me why the Earth's a sphere.
Because it makes predictions. There's nothing more empirical than a scientific model making a prediction and that prediction happening. For instance, volcanoes, earthquakes, undersea earthquakes, star trails, eclipses, planetary movements, everything. You know, it makes accurate predictions and they all come true. You can't get more empirical than that. The flat Earth, or any other kind of shaped Earth, cube, hexagonal or what have you, doesn't make any of these predictions. Because it can't. Because these measurements and these predictions only happen on a globe. I'm not stupid. You are.
Just so I can give it to my brother, but I've asked a couple of people I know, and I know some very intelligent people. I've met some very clever people like...
That's debatable, or you wouldn't believe the Earth was flat, would you? Carl, you stupid.
People who are almost... Well, I think one guy is a rocket scientist. His dad's a rocket scientist. I won't mention the guy's name.
Well, of course you won't mention his name. This rocket scientist is a figment of your imagination, Carl, isn't he?
And I've asked him, I said, get hold of your dad. I can wait, I don't mind. And just prove to me that the Earth's a sphere. Just tell me one or two reasons that I can now go back to my brother and say, listen, Lee, shut your mouth. You're talking bollocks. The Earth's definitely a ball. And lo and behold, nothing. Nothing that I've not already seen or heard.
Well, if this so-called rocket scientist exists, he probably hasn't stopped laughing. I mean, I'd be exactly the same if somebody asked me, if I was a rocket scientist and somebody asked me for proof of the globe, I'd still be laughing now. And I'd probably be laughing until the day I die.
Fake space, CGI images, fake NASA stuff, pictures
okay, but I have
from the
two questions.
moon.
I have two questions.
Curvature, no measurable curvature. You can't measure any curvature. You're supposed to lose. The curve is 8 inches per mile squared.
Whew, just had a sneezing fit then. I do apologise. It's a good job you didn't hear it. 8 inches per mile squared. This old chestnut. If you measured the entire globe by 8 inches per mile squared, the globe will be shaped like a little willy. And I'd know all about that.
If you travel a mile, you lose about 8 inches.
Wow, he's gotten something right. Carl, you're not stupid. Sometimes.
Yeah? You know what 8 inches is roughly, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
So, I don't know why that's made me laugh.
I know what you did though. You tried slotting in an innuendo, didn't you? Like, 8 inches. Carl, you're a naughty, naughty lad.
But you lose 8 inches per mile squared with a curve. So there's certain things you wouldn't be able to see in the distance.
Like an 8-inch willy, perhaps?
If you zoomed into them, they'd be disappeared behind the curve. Mm-hmm. But they're not, they're still there, like the San Francisco skyline. And then on your news channel they said, oh, that's a mirage, you can't really see it. You know what I mean? That was one of them, where you can see the San Francisco skyline, you can see all the buildings. And then they went on that news channel and said, that's not really there, that's just a mirage, it's a angular reflection or whatever they said, and it's because of the heat and the light and whatever, and the image isn't there. And people are like, no, I'm zooming in with my Nikon P1000 camera, zooming in, and I can see it, it's definitely there. And if the Earth was a ball, if it was curved, it would be too far away because it'd be hidden behind the curve.
Didn't you mean to say refraction? You know, where light changes speed as it enters into another medium? I'm sure you meant to say that. This is on a wind-up, and Nick on P1000, really? Like I said before, he has got the Flat Earther's Handbook here, and he is reading it word for word. This guy is definitely on a wind-up.
So, research Flat Earth.
Nope, there's nothing to research.
And let me know what you think, because it's so interesting.
It isn't. Flat Earthers get absolutely everything wrong. They quote mine, they lie, they misinterpret. This is what they do, just to push their own narrative. Now, some of them might be serious and really believe the Earth is flat, and others do it for shits and giggles. Others do it for monetary gain, like Mark Sargent. This guy is on a wind-up.
I'm definitely going to, because like I said, I'm open-minded. However, I don't believe in it. From what I've seen, I don't believe it. From what I can gather, I believe that we do live on a planet, a circular planet at that. However, I do have two questions that maybe you can answer for me based on what Lee's told you.
I don't think anybody's disputing the fact that we live on a planet, you gormless bint. For goodness sake, woman, grow a brain and make me a sandwich.
Yeah,
Number one.
I can answer any Flat Earth question, any one you got in the world, because I've had it for 2 years.
Okay. So
Number
one is, if the world was flat, or if where we live is flat,
yeah,
would we not hit the end, or would the water not fall off?
Excellent question. Excellent. Let's hear him explain this one away. He's going to talk about the Antarctic Treaty now, isn't he?
No. So on the Flat Earth model, the waters are contained with the Antarctic. So we think at the minute on the globe theory, I'm going to call it, that Antarctica is its own continent at the bottom of the Earth, and it's quite a big continent. It's huge.
Yeah, Antarctica's pretty huge. It's the 5th largest continent. But I have one question, or one comment to make. Bottom of the Earth? Bottom of the Earth? Really?
Flat Earthers have Antarctica around the outside circumference of the flat Earth. So imagine Earth as a plate, like a plate, and the ice wall is all the way around the outside edge of the flat Earth, and that contains all the oceans and all the waters.
But ice floats. So why isn't the water flowing underneath the ice? Carl, you're stupid, and you talk stupid, and you don't talk proper like what I do. That is about as much stupid as I can take from Carl Froch right now, so I'm going to leave it there for now. I'm going to do a part 2 and get it going in a couple of weeks' time, release it in a couple of weeks' time. Anyway, thank you very much for joining me. 337 subscribers now. I can't thank you all enough. Views are going up and up and up, and I'm honestly really, really touched by everybody's support and everybody's likes, comments, everything. I'm really, really touched by it, so thank you, everybody. Anyway, if it's your first time here, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, please. That would be great. Stick around to the end of the video, because I've got some links to playlists, other videos, and a subscription link as well. So, for now, as we say in Bolton, toodle pip.